Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson are still a thing? Or did they low-key call it quits already? Klay's latest interview and the way he answered, or I should say didn't answer, a certain question about Megan has everybody side-eyeing and whispering breakup rumors. So let's break this down, because the tea is hot and the clues are messy. So here's how it went down. A reporter straight up asked Klay about Megan and whether being with her has helped him grow on and off the court. You know, a cute lovey-dovey kind of question. And instead of even giving the slightest compliment, Klay completely shut it down. He said he wasn't going to talk about his relationship. Just like that. No sugarcoating. Then, without wasting a second, he flipped the whole conversation back to his training grind, saying there's no such thing as an off-season for him. And that right there is when people started losing it, because the way he dodged that question was way different from how he's talked about Megan before. Like, remember earlier this year when they first went public in July? Back then, Klay seemed pretty open. They were spotted together, they looked happy, and he didn't really shy away from talking about her. But this time, his tone was so firm, almost like, don't even go there. So naturally, fans are now trying to figure out, does this mean it's over? Or is he just trying to keep things private now?
A number of reasons. But for you, how have you balanced this summer for you? And more importantly, how has your relationship made you better as a man on and off the floor? And how that's going to move forward for you as far as your career?
My relationship with
Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm not going to talk about that, but I will say that every summer doesn't change for me because I know what it takes to go the distance, and there's really no such thing as an off season. The summertime is just as strenuous as the season, and you have to train as if you're going to play 100 games a year, and that's what I do.
But let's pause for a second. Because here's the thing, some athletes really don't like mixing their personal life with basketball, especially when the season kicks in. In the summer, during off-season, you'll catch them being more chill, showing off vacations, hanging with girlfriends, all that. But once it's time to lock in, many of them put up walls. Because for them, it's like, basketball is my job. My relationship is personal. So maybe that's all it is with Klay. Still, fans can't help but notice he didn't deny anything either. Like, he didn't say, oh, we broke up, or I'm single. He just refused to talk about it, which leaves the door wide open for speculation. And if we're being honest, Klay knows exactly how people are going to react when he avoids a question like that. So was that just his way of being private? Or was it his way of quietly hinting something changed between him and Megan? Now, let's not forget, this isn't the first time breakup rumors have surrounded these two. Y'all remember back in August when people noticed Klay and Megan unfollowed each other on Instagram? Whew, the internet went crazy with that one. It looked like a big red flag until fans realized it happened right after Megan posted her birthday pics with her hairstylist. Of course, people started assuming things, but her hairstylist is openly gay and has been her close friend for years, so that theory didn't hold much weight. Even though that unfollowing had everybody talking, they eventually seemed fine. They were still being spotted together, still posting like nothing was wrong, so people calmed down for a while. But now, with this interview, it feels like the whole are they or aren't they roller coaster is starting again, and fans are back to thinking maybe this time it's for real. And honestly, that's why everyone is so invested, because one minute they're all smiles, being seen together, and the next minute they're unfollowing each other or dodging questions. It keeps people guessing, and you know how the internet loves a good guessing game. Megan hasn't really been posting about Klay much either, and that's making people wonder if both of them are just slowly stepping back from putting the relationship in the spotlight. Maybe they're still together but don't want the extra noise. Or maybe, just maybe, they're actually done and haven't said anything yet. So the big question is this: was Klay just being a super private athlete who doesn't want to mix love and basketball? Or was that interview his way of letting the world know, without actually saying it, that he and Megan are no longer a couple? Either way, fans are tuned in heavy, dissecting every little move. And you already know, with celebrity relationships, it only takes one cryptic comment, one unfollow, or one shady interview to set off a whole storm of rumors. But now I want to hear from y'all. Do you think Klay and Megan are still going strong but just keeping it private for now? Or do you think the way he avoided talking about her means it's really over this time? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story is definitely far from over.
So Klay Thompson was at his press conference, and the reporter is going to ask him about his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion and how it's affecting, basketball, and how it made him a better man during the off season. And he said, we not answering that. And you know what? I respect it. I do respect it, because it's like, mind your business. Why do you need to know how my relationship is affecting me as a man? And what does that have to do with the basketball? I feel like sometimes if these people are not open with their relationship, if they're not telling us, what's happening, if they're not showing us a lot, it's for a reason. They're trying to protect it, keep it sacred. I know that we don't know about that nowadays, but it's still out there. Let them have it, okay? Mind your business. Don't worry. He said, we fine over here. We fine.
One thing that Mega Get a Bag Thee Stallion is gonna do is put a good prayer to thy big man. Off the bat, they're going golfing. He picks the outfit she's wearing. Tens. Then they spend majority of the day playing golfing. You cannot tell me that is not soft life. That is not a man that adores you. Also, too, he was down for the vlog just as much as she was. Having a good time, being quirky, being herself. And I just love that. I really do love this for Megan. If you have watched her documentary, if you have been a diehard fan as much as I have since the early 2010s, I am so happy for her. I really am putting out Sierra's prayer for her, because I do want this to be her Russell Williams. Okay, I really do sense there is a lot of love, a lot of appreciation, and after the amount of war this woman has gone through over the last few years, she deserves softness. I don't even know if they went golfing today, but all I know is when I see a woman, especially a black woman playing golf, I know she about that business. I know she loves a good softness, and I know he don't play about her, so don't even play about them.
Oh, baby, it's not just a hot girl summer, but it's a wifed up girl era. And guess what? Her man, Mr. Klay Thompson, came correct. Not with vibes, not with broken promises, with a $5 million ring. And silent so sacred, we didn't even know they were together for over a year. Yes, let me say that again. Over a year. No drama, no soft launches, no TikTok exposure, just grown-up love behind closed doors. And a flawless diamond. And I know so many men was dragging this lady name in the dirt, calling her everything but a child of God. And I also know that it do seem like there aren't any good guys out there. But there are, ladies. I just love how he showed up for her, loud, proud, and with a ring.